This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for December 9th, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.05 points or 0.01% to 419.8. Total trade volume was down with 90,005 shares changing hands at a total value of 530 million real or over $132,000. On the main board, 3 stocks were up. Leading the market was Pestech Cambodia, up 3.72% or 100 real to 2,790 real per share, followed by Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, which rose 1.13% or 160 real to 14,260 real per share. MJQ Education was also up 10 real to 2,000 real per share. On the downside, Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority was the biggest loser of the day, dropping 0.31% or 20 real to 6,420 real per share, followed by Grand Twins International, which was down 0.28% or 20 real to 7,040 real per share. Akleda Bank and Sihanoukville Autonomous Port were also down. Meanwhile, Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ and Cam GSM stayed flat. Over on the growth board, JS Land rose 0.39% or 10 real to 2,590 real per share, while DBD Engineering dropped 0.92% or 20 real to 2,150 real per share. Akleda Bank once again recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 54,662 shares changing hands at a total value of 395.8 million real or close to $99,000, approximately 61% of the total trade volume on Tuesday. Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 7,818 shares changing hands at a total value of 16.2 million real or a little over $4,000, about 9% of the total trade volume on December 9th. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD weakened slightly to 4,010 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was up to 99. Looking at global commodities, oil prices edged down on Tuesday, extending losses from the 2% drop in the previous session, with markets keeping a close eye on peace talks to end Russia's war in Ukraine, concerns about ample supply, and a looming decision on US interest rates. Brent crude futures were down 7 cents or 0.1% to $62.42 a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude was at $58.75, down 13 cents or 0.2%. Gold rose as investors positioned for the widely expected December US Federal Reserve rate cut, even as attention shifted to whether policymakers will signal a slower easing path when their 2-day meeting begins later in the day. Spot gold rose 0.47% or $4,208.39 per ounce. U.S. gold futures for February delivery rose 0.48% to $4,237.80 per ounce. U.S. stock futures were little changed on Tuesday after the U.S. president signed off on allowing NVIDIA to resume shipments of flagship AI chips to China, with the start of a highly anticipated U.S. Federal Reserve meeting ahead. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, contracts on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 all traded flat, coming off modest losses on Monday for Wall Street stocks. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for December 9th.